mumbling finally. They've stopped arguing over whether you should start with the wine or the bread. What I was saying is, congratulations. You've landed yourself one of the most prestigious jobs in the entire royal court. The king's official food taster. 020 sounds fancy, right? Fine clothes, palace meals, brushing shoulders with royalty. Except, you're basically a human smoke detector. Only instead of alerting people to fire, you get to test if the food is poised with your own body. 034, day 1 starts simple. Breakfast. A silver tray is brought in. Steaming porridge, fresh bread, maybe a nice roasted quail, if His Majesty is feeling peckish. All looks safe enough. You're handed the spoon. Poor the nobles lean in, waiting to see what happens. And you realize something. You're not eating for pleasure. You're eating for survival. 052. The job isn't just about tasting. Oh no. You don't just take one polite bite. You have to eat a proper portion and wait. Sometimes for minutes, sometimes for hours. All while the king is tapping his foot, wondering if he's ever going to get to his breakfast. See, poisons come in different flavors, literally. Some kill instantly, others take hours to kick in, and some make you violently ill first, while everyone watches. So, in reality, your job is less protect the king and more sacrifice yourself in the most humiliating way possible. 127, but don't worry. The cooks totally swear they're trustworthy, except for the fact that half of history's poisonings came from palace insiders, jealous courtiers, angry rivals. That one cook who didn't get paid on time. 141, and don't forget, medieval medicine isn't exactly on your side. If you start choking and collapsing, they don't rush you to the ER. Best case scenario. They make you drink charcoal or force a feather down your throat to vomit. Worst case. Well, you just became a cautionary tale in the king's bedtime stories. 157 by week 2. You've started to notice something strange. Your meals taste odd. That S, because the chefs often season things with herbs and powders to mask any hint of bitterness. And guess what's bitter? Most poisons. So your tongue is working overtime, trying to figure out whether that aftertaste is saffron or arsenic. 214. And remember how you thought this job came with perks. Maybe sneaking a slice of roast venison before the king digs in. Yeah, no. Half the time you're eating food the king doesn't even want. Imagine choking down lukewarm eel pie just so His Majesty can wave it away and demand cheese instead. 230 your daily routine. Brutal. 3 meals a day. Dozens of courses. Wine, water, sauces, desserts. Every bite, every sip down the hatch first. You're not just risking death by poison, you're also risking death by indigestion. Except you're too busy chewing suspicious stew to enjoy any of it. While everyone else laughs, drinks, and flirts, you're silently praying your stomach doesn't explode. 352. Then there's the paranoia. You can't even look at food normally anymore. Everything's suspicious. That apple could be injected with mercury. That wine might have belladonna. That salt sure looks like salt until your tongue goes numb. Oh, and here's the best part. Kings weren't the only ones who got paranoid. Queens, princes, visiting nobles, all wanted tasters too. which means you could get passed around like a chew toy. You might test for 3 different people at the same banquet. Triple the danger, same terrible pay, for 27 pays. Oh yeah, you're probably wondering if the money, at least, makes it worth it. Well, no. You're not exactly getting night-level gold. You're basically paid just enough to keep you from running off. And if you complain, well, let's just say the palace dungeons always had room for ungrateful servants. 443, the psychological toll is just as bad. Every time you lift a spoon, you're wondering, is this the bite that ends me? Is this the sip that knocks me out in front of the entire court? Sleep doesn't come easy when your nightmares are basically a rerun of dinner. 5 o'clock, and here's the irony. Most kings didn't even get assassinated by poison. They died from infections, diseases, battlefield wounds, which means your entire miserable job might have been pointless. You risked your life daily to stop something that barely ever happened. 516 still. When poison did get used, it was nasty. Hemlock, arsenic, cyanide, wolfsbane, you name it. A lot of these had no cure. Once you swallowed it, that was it. The king might have been safe, but you were toast, and not the warm, buttery kind. 530, to fast forward a few years. You've somehow beaten the odds. Still alive, stomach intact, only minor trust issues. You'd think you'd get promoted, maybe to butler, advisor, something with less vomiting. But no, once a taster, always a taster. Because if you've proven you can survive poison this long, the king figures you're perfect for the job. 550, so yeah, why does it suck to be a royal food taster? Let's recap. Constant danger, no respect, bad pay, stomach full of regret, and a daily reminder that your only real purpose in life is to die before someone more important does. 606, but hey, at least the porridge is warmed. Music fades.